Hello, people. It is Laura Victoria Ward here in SoMATic Mat class. We're going to do the lymph flush, which I'm super into, the Big Six, which is by Dr. Perry Nickelston. And then we're going to exercise. So but first we'll breathe and get moving. So let's start standing up. I hope you are enjoying my wallpaper. Inhale, lift and open. And exhale, feel the space around you, bend your knees. Inhale, lift your chest, arch, open your heart, open your lungs. Exhale, let your shoulders and neck soften as you drop your arms. Inhale, upper back, opening the front of your body, arching your upper back, and exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift and open. Exhale, this time drop it down, bend your knees, and just shift from side to side, shifting your weight from one leg to the other, inviting any tension in your neck, shoulders, and head to drop away, releasing and melting. Head, neck, shoulders, lower back, middle back, upper back, shifting your weight from side to side. And then come into center and roll it up. And we're going to do just a little cerebral spinal fluid movement thing first. So we do this movement ourselves, like in here, sometimes really big. We're going to do it, we'll start big and we'll get smaller. So starting big, I'm going to internally rotate my legs. It's a cat-cow, arching and opening. So the cerebral spinal fluid is the fluid that is bolstering your brain and nervous system, moving through your spine. And I say this all the time, but I'm just going to keep saying it. It filters through your body 3 or 4 times a day. As it's filtering through your body, it is bringing nutrition and removing waste. So that's what's happening in that filtering. So we're going to take this a little slower and just inhale, open, and exhale, close, coming more towards a more somatic, more aware speed. Bringing our awareness into that. If it's too much to do the legs, just do the arms, but let your head drop, chest and arch. And in the arch, you can stick out your butt, hollow and curl. Just encouraging the movement of that fluid through your body. And bringing your awareness in. So you're feeling into the sensations of your own body. Could be even slower than this. So the slower we go, the easier it is to bring the awareness in. Last one. And then just take a shake. Shake it out. Bounce around. Relax your neck and jaw. Again, inviting any kind of tension in your body to release and let go. And from the shake, let's go to the spiraling, looking behind you. Feet are parallel, about hip to shoulder distance apart. I like mine a little wider with this, and I shift my weight a little bit as I'm going from side to side. So spiraling, looking all the way around behind you. So you're getting a full spiral through your spine. Very sort of Tai Chi, Qigong type exercise. This kind of spiraling and hitting with your hands. All right, then we're coming into the Big Six. So let's do the hand rub first. So this is a lymphatic flush. This doctor from New Jersey, Dr. Perry Nickelston, who is a chiropractor, but then developed much more of a practice dealing with the detoxifiers of the body, which are your lymphatic system, your skin, your breath, your pooping and peeing, so your elimination. But so all these different ways are the ways that we detox. So we're going to start with, I'm just going to come in close. You can stay standing or not, up to you. We're going to start with right hand across the body on the left up here, just inside of your collarbone. Little circles. Relax your neck and jaw. So what I like to do to add to this is just kind of turn my head a little bit with that sun coming in. Hello, sun. And then we're going to just tap it, hit it out. Really gentle tap. Hello, kitty. Oh, it's Theo. It smells kitty. Oh yeah, the mat sharing program is going on at Sol's house. Okay, switch it to the other side. So little circles up there. Relax your neck and jaw. You can move your face. Shut that curtain a little bit so we're not quite so bright. And again, if you turn your head a little bit or lean into it, lean away from it, then you're getting movement inside your body as well as movement outside. So we want to clear this part first because this sort of creates a vacuum that the rest of the stuff can come and move through. So always important to start up here, then hitting or tapping, gentle, let it go. Neck, tongue, jaw, throat. Yeah, softening the inside, from the inside and the outside. Then we're going to go up. We'll do these both at the same time, just behind your ear, behind your jaw, under your ear, behind your jaw. So I got some craniosacral work done yesterday by Diana Nahim, who I know from Equinox for a million years. She ended up getting a nursing degree and like doing craniosacral, and there's a lot of different things. But holy moly, it ended up really going deep and just releasing a ton of stuff that was kind of blocking up emotional stuff, holding pattern stuff, tons of deep shit in my guts, in my neck, head, throat. Relax, little tap. Relax your neck and jaw. Yeah, and so like sometimes when we release a lot of that kind of stuff, it can leave us in a very open state, right? And also it's like, if you start to release things that you've been holding for a long time, there may be like symptomy things may happen because it's like, oh, you suddenly are clearing stuff out of your body, clearing stuff that isn't serving. Okay, going into your armpit, between your armpit and your pec, or armpit and your collarbone, this section in here. And you can move your arm a little bit while you're doing it. And then I ended up, so after this massive, intense, like cathartic session, I had a meeting with the people in my building because there's all sorts of stuff going on. And I have to say, there's some toxic crap going on in my building on every level. And dealing with those people in that meeting was so harsh. Relax, the other side, yeah, get the other side going. So coming from this really open place into this very charged atmosphere, people yelling, it was like, can we keep this civil? Can we at least not curse at each other? Like, which was not actually possible with that group of people. So I'm like, do I want to still be in this building? Go ahead and hit it out on your first side. Of course, like most of the time, I don't have to deal with them all. But if we're gonna, like, we're having so many problems that it's really a question of, you know, is everyone gonna lose their apartments because the building's so dilapidated and or who knows? Who knows? Anyway. It was not a good place to go after doing that body work. So just to let you know, if you're getting stuff done into your belly, make sure that you can have some like retreat space afterwards, not diving into the nest of vipers right away. This is essentially what it felt like I did. I was like, oh my God. I did go up and take a bath after that with some Epsom salts. And then that also, like, what we put into our body. So this is, I'm doing right between my xiphoid process and my belly button. So it's right in that middle section. There's a big, big lymph node area in there. Oh, kitty, kitty, you're so happy. Look at the little ears going out to the side like a little Yoda. Yeah, so cute. And then tap, tap, tap. Yeah, so if you end up getting any kind of, like we sometimes don't take in how much things affect us. And so what I was going to say, also, even like what TV you watch, what radio you listen to, what the people you hang out with, like how things can land in your body on this very, so I've started to really feel what's going on in my body whenever I'm around people. And if it's not good, I'm going to eliminate being around them, I'm going to spend less time with them, or just say, wow, this is making me feel really uncomfortable. So just using my body as sort of so we're in groin. Here's my inguinal fold. I'm going slightly above that. Here's my ASIS, front of my spine, anterior superior iliac spine. So that is, when I say my spine, I mean the pointed out part of my iliac bone, iliacus. and then tap. And as we're doing this, let's just shake our bodies around. So really loose and easy. Have your belly dancer moment, shake it, relax your tongue, hold gut body gets easy. And then the last one is behind our knees in the crease. So right in that crease behind your knees, you can go with both knees and kind of bend and straighten, or you can just hang out there. You can pick up your leg to get in, whatever you feel like is working for you. And then we're going to tap that out. And then shake out the whole thing. Let it go. Wake up your kinesphere. Bring your energy in and out of your body at the same time. Does that make any sense at all? Feeling what we call in Laban navel radiation, coming from the center out to the edge and back in. Shaking it out, letting it go. And this kind of shaking, deep diaphragmatic breathing is going to stimulate that lymph flow. And that lymph flow is moving up and in, down and out and around. All right, let's take it down to sit on our butts on the floor in a cross-legged position. So in order to free up the diaphragm, we're going to circle. So it's not just diaphragm, guts, reproductive organs, letting that mobilize, lower back, sacroiliac, getting some movement, all the fascia of the back coming down into that lower back area. So a lot of stuff is coming down to that area right around your sacroiliac where a lot of nerves are going out down to your legs. Change direction. So we're just mobilizing all of that, giving it some freedom so that things can move around. Yeah, so anyway, with this session that I had with Diana, at a certain point, like she was going quite deep, not massaging, but just into my belly, into my guts, into my solar plexus with absolute permission. Like I could feel stuff going on there that needed to be released. And it was like all sorts of stuff coming out. Like I was just saying things, releasing stuff. And just became aware of how much sometimes, like when we do more and more packing it in with Pilates and tightening, sometimes we need to release some of that stuff and let it go. So, I mean, all of this kind of work, we want the blood flow, we want the movement flow, but we also don't want to be packing it in too much. So I feel like because I've had a life of dance and we're going to do, I'll talk as we do these. Because I've had a life of dance and fitness and somatics, at a certain point, like when I was around 40, I was like, wow, I've really been packing the house full. Now I got to start getting rid of things. So I've got to start not making my muscles harder, but making them softer and easier so that strength can be a fluid thing. Like when you're engaging the muscle, it's hard, but then when you release it, it should be very soft. Sometimes we in the fitness world, sometimes the thought is very objectifying of the body. Let's spiral and open, serve the sandwich. Like we are in these participatory processes with our bodies. It's not separate from us. We aren't a body and a mind. We are a body-mind. And they're super interconnected. Well, they're not just interconnected. One wouldn't exist without the other. So how experiences land, how people land in our body is like a big thing. And I feel like for many people, the quarantine time has given them enough sort of reflection time to become more discerning about the choices that they make, about maybe the work that they're doing or the people that they're around or whatever. But just trying to come into something that feels better. All right, let's change that. I'm just going to reorganize my mat and do feet in front of you, knees bent, hands behind you, fingertips pointing front, feet parallel. Inhale up and exhale down. Use your breath. Inhale, exhale. If you want to take this a little further back, you can. Use your breath. 2 more. Last one. And stay pulsing up, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Take it down. Let's go all the way down to the ground. Relax into the floor. Arms out to the sides. Loose, easy knee drops from side to side. You can let your head go with your legs, or you can spiral away, or you can stare at the ceiling, or you can play with all three possibilities. Allowing the movement to massage out your lower back and your glutes as you're rolling across them. And think again of that sort of slower rhythm of the cerebrospinal fluid, moving in that sort of a slower way. When we move in a slower way, again, it's easier to stay present with what we're doing and to release more. And then come in and let's take our hands on our knees and make big circles, lubricating up your hip sockets. You can take your head off the floor if you want, like head off when you come up, or you can stay relaxed on the floor. It's going to have a different effect. So if I stay relaxed on the floor, I get more of a rhythm through my spine. But if I come up, it curls my spine more. So when I say I get more of a rhythm down, maybe that's not the right way to say it. Change direction. I have more of a relaxed rhythm in my spine if I stay down here. If I come up, I'm adding a little bit more core work, getting more rounded. And then let's go for a happy baby. Let your happy baby be free, flowing, easy, loose, wiggling around, baby-like happy baby. Playful happy baby. And then just shake it all out. Shake, shake, shake. Relax your neck, jaw, and throat, arms, legs. Let it go. And then hands down, either under your butt or by your sides. Either way is fine. We're going to take the legs up and then flex out and circle down. Pointing to come up, flex out, shoulders wide, neck is long, but you can pick your head up as your legs go down. You can also leave your head up the whole time, although I feel like that puts too much tension in the body, and most of us don't need to be more curled. So I think lengthening it out some of the time is better. Big breathing. 2 more. That's 1. And then bring your legs up. Take your arms up over your head. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Feeling the movement of your rib cage and lungs. And on the exhale, let yourself sink into the floor. So letting the bone weight drop down into the floor. Breathing all the way down into your belly. So as you inhale, all the way down. As you exhale, tension melts away. Bone weight very heavy, dropping into the floor. Muscles, fascia becoming very soft and dropping down into the floor, melting away from the bones. And in that place, let's do some spinal movement, some free flow head to tail spinal movement, sending ripples and waves through your body. Relax your pelvic floor, relax your back. Imagine you're just a sea creature in the sea, something really like loose, like a jellyfish or a squid, letting the water move you around. Squid are amazing creatures. If you've ever seen them swimming, they can go in either direction. Like you can't tell which is the front or the back. They're really cool. So find your inner jellyfish squid two totally different creatures. Maybe you just want to be some seaweed instead, or seagrasses. And then let's roll side side. I was going to do that internal rotation, but let's do this first. So from all the driving, my lower back is kind of tight. If I really just pour myself from side to side in as relaxed a way as possible, it massages out my lower back really nicely. So the weight of my body and the hardness of the floor give that fascia some nice, I want to say plumping, but it squishes out and then it gives it more room to be hydrated again. Well, it's like you squeeze out the sponge and then you put it in the water and then it can fill up again. And then let's go with full on opening and closing. So open, arms and legs, and fold it in. I've got this glass of water down here that I've been looking at, wondering if I'm going to knock it over by accident. To move it. So big open and close. You can go faster, pushing the floor away. If I keep my head really relaxed into the floor on this, then I also relax my shoulders a lot more. All right, now let's go back and do that internal rotation. So I'm going to take my arms up in a V shape and my feet are wider than my sticky mat, internally rotating one leg at a time. Spiraling inward with the leg, breathing into it. This is also one of my happy lower back exercises. Yeah, so for me, there's a certain set of things that if I do those fairly regularly, like 2 or 3 times a week, my back is a lot happier, that are more sort of mechanical exercise type exercises, like this. If you want to cross over, you can, taking it a little deeper, breathing into it. Pay attention to what's going on in the rest of your body. Like, are you holding tension somewhere as you release in another place, or can you just kind of melt into the floor as much as possible? I don't know if you can hear that dog barking. It's my next door neighbor's dog, Athena. Dog does not like other dogs. So every time a dog walks by in the neighborhood, she gets very upset. Okay, let's do regular hundreds with a block. And when I say regular, I mean the Laura Ward version. So taking a block, if you have one, stick it on your pubic bone. Intimate moment with your block, squeeze your legs together around it, touch your toes to the floor, arms up over your head, deep breath in, and the exhale, coming up, pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, open, exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep breath. Exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 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 Up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, deep breath. Exhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. Take the block out. Turn your head from side to side. Soften your spine. So as I'm turning my head from side to side, I'm also kind of wagging my tail a little bit. Again, thinking of that cerebrospinal flow, cerebrospinal fluid flow. Letting that wiggle through your body. And then just shake it all out. Let it go. Relax your face, relax your neck, relax your jaw, relax your arms. And let's roll back and forth, rolling through your spine. If it doesn't feel good, roll side side instead. Massaging through your back. If you have any kind of flat, wompy spaces, so sometimes like here in people's lower back, it's very flat. Think of scooping and hollowing into that more so that you can round it a little bit more so that the roll is more circular. And then lay back down. If you have weights, grab them. Low weights, 2 or 3 pounds, probably max. If you have like a 5-pound weight, that would work too. And we're gonna put our knees together and feet wide. So let me just angle a little bit more. It's like this in my feet, pigeon-toed, knock-kneed, circling around with the weights. Exhale up, inhale down. And then change direction, other way. Big breathing. Last one. And come up. Relax your body, coming to a seated position. We're going to do one more thing with these weights. It's a rotator cuff exercise. And you could use 2 cans also, like if you don't have weights in your house. And you can also use nothing if you have any kind of injuries up there. You can just move your hands. So we're just going to do that. And we'll do like 10 of them, or maybe 15, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, shoulders wide, neck is long, 7, spine is long, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and relax. Yes, that of course is the warm up for my bar class, my pole class. Okay, let's open up into a straddle. Yeah, doing that kind of like, especially, I mean, for women who aren't used to doing as much weighted work with their arms, small, lightweight stuff, really good for you. Yeah, so arms outside side, take it over. We're gonna round forward, exhale down, and then inhale, spiral and open. Exhale, towards your legs, soften. Inhale, open it out. Exhale, take it down. Inhale. I'm going to add a flexing point to this. So I'm going to flex as I'm kind of arching my back, and then I'm going to point as I round and go down. Inhale. If it's enough to think about without the feet, don't add them. But if you can do it, go for it. Last one. From this, walk it into center. Once you're there, just move a little bit from side to side. If you're more tight, you can lift yourself up out of this. So you can just push from the back. I feel like you're more open to go down, Linda, unless you feel like you need, yeah. You can bend your knees a little bit, just softening into it. And then roll it up and going to the other side. Stretch it over. Exhale towards your legs. Inhale, open. Exhale, down. Inhale, add in the flex and point with your foot if you want to. And by foot, I mean feet. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. So we're in this like side stretch, but we're moving this forward and backward, which is giving like all of that tissue in there more chance to hydrate, but also to stretch in a more 3-dimensional way. Last one, and take it down. Yeah, and that includes like lungs, heart, diaphragm, liver, all that stuff. Organs. And take it into center. And again, move it around or just stay still, whatever you feel like. And then push the floor away, come up, bring your legs together, bang them up and down. So I bang them up and down, like shaking the whole house. Thunder thighs in a good way. And then in and out. Isn't it funny? Like, I think for most people, the term thunder thighs is something horrific. But to me, I'm like, yes, I'm making noise with my thunder thighs. I've got the power of Zeus. It's very semantic. Anyway. All right, let's take it onto our hands. Let's do a side. No, sorry. Indecision, Libra, powers coming online. Let's take it onto our hands and knees, curling the toes under in the back. Arch, open your chest and lungs. It's kind of like you're getting ready to spring. So I'm kind of pulling on the floor with my hands, which fires up my pecs and my lats. And then push, scoop, and round. Toes curl under, arch, sternum is trying to move forward. Hands are pulling back. Push, scoop, and round. Arch, stick out your butt, stick out your chest. And push and round. Arch, open, push, and round. And then come on to, I'm just angling so you can see this. We're gonna have your leg is one out front, the other behind. Take it to the diagonal, bring it back in line, and come down. Go straight forward, straight backward, out to the diagonal, bring it in, and come down. Up, find the diagonal, bring it in, come down. Up, diagonal, in, down. Up, reach it out, bring it in, down, up, out, 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 in, down. Let's take a release for a second. Just circle or figure eight your hands. So as I'm figure eighting my hands, my elbows, my chest, my lungs, if I make it bigger, it's like this, exaggerating it. Yeah, feeling that connection from our fingertips into our torsos, into our lungs, into our hearts. Yeah, Gil Headley, who's an anatomist and a Rolfer, just an amazing human. He would say, where's your heart? And people go, oh, it's here. And it's like, but the system of your heart is in your whole body, right? The blood is pumping through your heart. It's moving out everywhere, pretty much. So this whole body has this heart energy going through it all the time. And Bibiana Botanist talks about our fingers being sort of like the wings of our heart. They certainly are the wings of our lungs. And if we think of this as one whole connected system, then we have a lot more core support, a lot more bodily support and coherence. The systems are going to work together. And when our systems are working together, we're less likely to get injured. Like there's more, I want to say, loving kindness within the system, right? And I feel like in a way we could look at that as being loving kindness for the inner stories that we're telling ourselves in our systems, like, oh, I'm going to really support you. I really want you to be healthy and feel good because you're supporting me. This is my life process all happening together. And if I'm like, your cells are hearing whatever you say, right? Whether it's like, oh, the thunder thighs with a negative connotation or a positive connotation. So really working towards some kind of inner dialogue with the body, with your whole body, with all the systems to work together in a symbiotic, healthy, happy manner. Yeah, so when the systems are in coherence, there's a tremendous amount of capacity for healing, for handling life. And the thing about it is like, it's not, there's no end point where we're done. Like we're, There's no point where like, oh, everything's perfect because I do all my work now. And so it's all perfect and I'm just perfect. Like that's not the way the world works. It's always going to be, there's more crap. Here's a new plate of things for you to deal with. Oh, you dealt with all that stuff. Well, here's something different. But if we can do it, if we can then deal with that stuff with the most possible friendly manner towards ourselves and our bodies, it will make a difference in the world. It's super important. I feel like this message of being kind to yourself is important. Being kind to your arms, your legs, your belly, your ass, your boobs, whatever it is, like kindness to your body. Like don't even joke about it being wrong or bad. Like really deep, committed, loving kindness for your own body. It would change the world if people could do that. All right. Yay. Yay. All right, let's take it into what we were going to do, which is big circles with your heart, chest, and lungs. Get the wings of the heart onto the floor, wider than your sticky mat, circling down and up. Yeah, letting those systems really harmonize and change direction. And then come in and let's do a push-up and a knee lift. So I'm going to do the push-ups. I'm going to do the easy kind with my knees on the floor, and I'm going to do tricep push-ups. So my elbows are coming into my side. My hands are lined up with my boobs. And I'm coming down here. And then I'm going to do a knee lift in the middle. So knees drop, I do my push-up, and then knees lift. Knees drop, push-up, knees lift, knees drop. You could do this the other way around. You could do a knees up, do your push-up, and then drop. I'm just not going for that today. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. And relax. And so as we're relaxing, let's actually open up the front of the pecs and lats. So you can push. Let your head drop back if that feels good. And also you can shift your weight from one hand to the other. So it's going to be opening up this area, again, where those lymph nodes are. Eyes, chest, face open. Eyes of wonder. Check out the space around you. Openness in your face, openness in your heart. If that feels good. And then release, shake it out. And I want to lay down and do the side twist. But at some point, well, I'll just say it really fast because it's important. So I did some kind of online like fascia anatomy trains work with Tom Myers, like it was a webinar or something like that. And he described, and it's not just him, who else? Other people have described it like this. When your fascia, like if you're a couch potato and you sit on the table all day, sit on the couch all day and don't move, the fascia becomes almost like a tangled ball of yarn. Like it's all incoherent. It doesn't make sense. It's doing all sorts of weird stuff. But when you move, when you bring in movement to your life and you're using that, the fascia has to adapt to movement all the time. It becomes much more coherent. So then again, that's that same idea of coherency. So it's a use it or lose it thing. Like if we aren't using it, it gets sort of dysfunctional and weird. If we are using it, it starts to work in a more coherent manner. And so that's why like all of these really 3-dimensional exercises are cross-training, doing different things. So your body has a lot of diversity, not only in movement, in environment, dealing with whatever's around you. And I mean like coping with an environment like climbing a hill or rolling around on the floor or using like the couch as something to launch off of or whatever, just using different things. So you're requiring variety. Okay, I'm just talking a lot today. Let's do this exercise, spiraling back and forth, reaching out through the legs if you want to make it harder. You can also bend your knees if you want to make it easier. Think of the 2 sides of your body really open. So like through the chest, lungs, and heart, opening into each side. One more time, each side. And come in. Let's just do regular one leg in, one leg out. Inhale, exhale. Or one breath per leg. Little pulse. Think of lengthening from the inside to the outside. I'm hitting the spider plant with my foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Shake it all out. Easy, loose, and release. And let's flip over again onto our bellies. Yeah, I have a proliferation of spider plants. My mechanic up here, my mechanics, they have like plants. They have this really like all sorts of windows on 2 sides of the building. So people give them their plants. Like they have like a Christmas cactus that is like, in a pot that is like, 3 or 4 feet across with this massive Christmas cactus that like somebody gave them. The Christmas cactus is like 100 years old. It came from somebody's grandma's grandma. But like what happens is when people's plants get too big for their houses, they give them to these mechanics. So I'm like, okay, a mechanic that can take care of a plant, that's the person I want taking care of my car. That's a person who cares. But anyway, I got this spider plant, like a clipping from my mechanics. And now like it's multiplied 1,000,000 times. I've got tons of them. Inhale up, exhale down. Yes, that advertisement continues with Tires Plus in Kingston. Not to be confused with some other tires named place, but Tires Plus. Oh my God, those guys are so nice. And relax, shake it out, let it go. Soften your spine. You can bend your knees, wag your tail, release. Easy and loose. And then tuck your toes under, push up and down, encouraging a wave of movement to move up and down through your body. It doesn't have to be that big. Like you don't have to make it happen. You can just let the tissue soften and jiggle like a Jello bowl. And then tops the feet to the floors, arms out to the side, circles with your arms. And change direction. Lift as high as you can. Take your hands in, feet to the floor, arch all the way up. You're going to bend your knees, curl your toes under, take your tail back with toes curled under, and then butt to the ceiling, downward dog. Walk through your legs, bend one knee and then the other. Take it forward, roll it forward into a plank, slowly lower yourself back down to the floor in 10 counts. Going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms out to the sides, flex through the heels of the hands, so up and circle. And change direction. Lift the whole thing up. Hands next to your chest. Arch up, look up. Stick out your butt, curl your toes under, take it back through the almost child's pose, not quite. And then pop it up to the downward dog. Let's change the exercise here. From your downward dog, you're just going to take your knees as if you're going to go into hands and knees, like tabletop, and then butt to the ceiling. Come back into tabletop and butt to the ceiling. Tabletop, butt up, push with your arms, reach through your tail, knees to the floor, head reaching forward, tail up, arms pushing. 2 more. Tabletop and push. And last one, tabletop and lower your knees down to the ground and relax for a second. Shake it out. My next door neighbors are moving, and I think Anthony's over there helping them, or he's going to help them today. They're moving down to North Carolina, and like, they were the best next door neighbors you could possibly ever want. Like, they would bring us cookies. Like, when we moved in, they brought us a bottle of wine, lent us all their gardening equipment whenever, you know. Anyway, they're super sweet people. And she was a elementary school teacher, and she just retired. So they have a second home down in North Carolina. They are going to live large down in North Carolina. All right, but I have to say, it's really sad to see them go. Ankle to knee, cross it over. Although I think our new neighbors moving in, we only, like, a lot of people saw the house, and we were in the back porch hanging out when this one couple came in. And we talked to them, and we liked them a lot. Like, I was like, I want you guys to get the house, and they did. So it's the only one that we had, like, just talked to and approved, and that's who's got it. So that's cool. And then come up. We're going to stay in this. If you need to straighten your bottom leg, that's fine. So that's an option. Or, oh my God, my one knee is like, screw you, I hate you. See, that's the kind of joke you're not supposed to make about your body. I'm demonstrating what you're not supposed to do. It's really like, oh, it's all loving, wonderful environment. Side stretch. But that wasn't me being mad at my body. It was my body being mad at me. It's the same thing. Spiral. And change direction. And then come in, unscramble. Again, thunder. Whoa, Zeus. Yeah, bowling. Change it to the other leg. Taking it forward and down. You can do this with just one leg crossed or not. Breathe and melt. Surrender and let go. Tell yourself you're letting go. I'm opening up. I'm releasing. Yay. And then come up. Open your arms out. Side stretch. Lengthen it up over to the other side. And come up, spiral. And then the other way. And then come back in, unscramble. Bang it out. Rotate in and out. Relax your neck and jaw. Everything easy, loose. And then sliding your heels underneath, opening your feet wide, shifting from side to side. Again, big shifts, weight shifts from side to side, letting it go. Head, neck, shoulders, jaw, easy, loose. And come in, roll it all the way up. And let's inhale, open, fill up and expand. And exhale, soften. Inhale, open, exhale, soften. And one more, inhale, open, and exhale. Shake it out, let it go. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Nice. All right, coming back in, I am actually going to just pause. So people in the TV land, thank you for staying for class. And if you have made it this far, and if you feel so inclined, you may donate to me to keep these classes going, to keep them free and accessible for everyone who has access to a computer. You can donate to me at Laura-Ward-30 on Venmo. So Laura-Ward-30 on Venmo. And you'll know it's me because it's the pink-haired person. That is one possibility. There's also the PayPal, which would be octaviacup@yahoo.com. So my PayPal is octaviacup@yahoo.com. And just so you know, I make my living as a movement person, and most of my living was gone because of COVID. So most in-person stuff was gone, and Zoom has been really spotty. So please feel free to donate so that I can keep offering this work, which I think is super important. But it's up to you. If you have the money, if you can afford it, please feel free to help out. Thank you. Blessings, and be kind to yourself. Be kind to other people. Love up your animal body. Yay. Ciao.